Hello, 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 hello. Welcome to my channel. I am Nakia and I am happy to have you here. If you are new, please consider subscribing after you check out this video. And you can check out what else I have on the channel. I do it. I like to binge. I get it. But if you are not here, thank you so much for returning. And thank you to any new subscribers. I really, truly appreciate you. I appreciate all the lovely comments I get. It just makes my week, makes my days. But anyway, you are here to find out what I intend to read for March. So let's get into it. Okay, so for the month of March, you've already seen the title. I am doing all haunted house books. This was inspired by me reading Home Before Dark by Riley Sager. You can check out my review. You can also check out my February wrap-up. Should be up before this. When I read Home Before Dark and some of the other books I've read prior to that, I was like, okay, maybe haunted house books are not for me. But there has been an author who was on my radar that I wanted to check out. I had already planned to read her book this month. So I was like, you know what? Let's just do a whole haunted house theme for March. We're going to do October early. And I generally don't like to read all of one genre, so I do have a palate cleanser in here, but I am going to try to do it this month just for you. But also, I want to see, do I just not like haunted house books? Are they not scary to me? Is it just the books I've read? We shall find out. So first up is one that I just hinted to. This is a book by Darcy Coates. She has many haunted house, haunted, paranormal books, period. My daughter read one in, I think December maybe, that she wasn't that crazy about. So I was like, she read some to me and I was like, I like it. I don't see too much of a problem with it. But I knew I was going to pick one that was totally different from the one she read. So I chose Carol Haunt by Darcy Coates. I'm going to pop it up here because I am reading it on my Kindle. And I have the synopsis on my Kindle. I will give you a little short little bit. Remy is a tour guide for Carol House, a notoriously haunted building. When she's asked to host 7 guests for a week-long stay to research Carol's phenomenon, she hopes to finally experience some of the sightings that made the house famous. At first, it's everything they hoped for. Then one of the guests dies under strange circumstances, and Remy is forced to consider the possibility that the ghost of the house's original owner, a twisted serial killer, still walks the halls. But by then, it's too late to escape. So, I like the fact that it's a haunted house. We know it's supposed to be, shouldn't be like Home Before Dark. So, yeah, I can't wait to get into this because like I said, Darcy Coates has so many books. So if I like this, I'll be checking out many more. So yes, that is book number 1. Okay, next up, another book on my Kindle. This one is a shorter book because I threw some shorter ones in there hoping that I can get more read this month. But I'm a little behind because I took a trip for my daughter's birthday and I thought I was going to get more reading done than I did. So I just finished my February book this month of March. But anyway, I'm still going to move on to my March books and I'm going to hope to squeeze some of these novellas in. And this one is The House on Abigail Lane by Keelan Patrick Burke. I have seen many people talking about his books here on Booktube, the horror Booktube community. And so I've been wanting to check out one of his books. And this one was short and sweet. And it fit in with my haunted house theme for this month. So here's a little bit of the synopsis. From the outside, it looks like an ordinary American home. But since its construction in 1956, people have vanished as soon as they go upstairs. The only clues, the things they leave behind: a wedding ring, a phone, an eye. Here then is the most comprehensive account of the Abigail House phenomenon, the result of 60 years of eyewitness accounts, news reports, scientific research, and parapsychological investigations, all in an attempt to decode the enduring mystery that is the house on Abigail Lane. Sounds good to me. So this is only 67 pages, so I hope I can squeeze this in like over the weekend or something, or maybe 1 or 2 days over the week. Hopefully it's a quick read. If I don't get to it in March, I will get to it. We're going to get this book in. So that is book number 2. Okay, next up, another book on my Kindle. Yes, again. This one is Wilding Hall by Elizabeth Hand. Again, I'll pop it up here on the screen. And this one is 142 pages, another novella, so I'm hoping I can squeeze it in. Again, if I do not, I will read it eventually. And here's the synopsis. When the young members of a British acid folk band are compelled by their manager to record their unique music, they hole up at Wilding Hall, an ancient country house with dark secrets. There, they create the album that will make their reputation, but at a terrifying cost. Julian Blake, the group's lead singer, disappears within the mansion and is never seen or heard from again. Now, years later, the surviving musicians, along with their friends and lovers, including a psychic, a photographer, and the band's manager, meet with a young documentary filmmaker to tell their own versions of what happened that summer, but whose story is true and what really happened to Julian Blake. So this one intrigued me because, for one, they're going into like this old abandoned place and it deals with musicians. So I was like, oh, that's different. So yeah, I hope I enjoy it. You will have to find out. So yes, I'm looking forward to that one, Wilding Hall. Okay, I do have some physical books here. We're going to get to them right now. This next one is another one that I have had on my TBR almost since I got on Booktube and looked at what other people were reading. And I am excited to finally get to this one. I hope it's good. I've heard many people say it's scary. I hope so. Just be creepy. You don't have to scare me because it takes a lot to scare me. But that is 12 Nights at Rotterhouse by J.W. Acker. And it's a lot on the back, so I'm going to give it a little short and sweet synopsis. Here we go. Felix Alsey is a travel writer who specializes in creepy destinations. For his next book, he's chosen to seal himself inside a notorious abandoned haunted house for 2 weeks to see what happens. His oldest friend, Thomas Ruth, joins him. When Felix and Thomas get to Rotterhouse, the two obsessive horror movie fans don't find the typical tropes they know so well. The horror and mystery they find in Rotterhouse is different, strange. By the end, the two discover what's worse, the secrets of Rotterhouse or the secrets between friends. So, this is another one where someone goes to a haunted house to see if things are spooky, they're what they're supposed to be. I think I also heard that, this deals a lot with their friendship and everything, so that should be a nice little storyline too. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm starting with this one. So if you follow me on Instagram, you may get a little sneak peek for my wrap up. I'm just saying. But yeah, or I may do a review. Who knows? Next up, we have Haunted by James Herbert. This is old. Look at it. These, all the physical books come from my library. I've talked about this before. I'm somewhat of a minimalist, so I get as many books from my library as possible. And then when I can't, I now get on my Kindle. This book is from 1989, bless its heart. And look, it has a little slot for the library card. When I was a kid, I used to pretend that I was a librarian. I would make my own little cards and pretend I was scanning the books, everything. Yeah, I was that one. But anyway, yeah, I don't remember where I saw this book. If I remember, I will pop it up on the screen. Look at the cover art. I was intrigued, and let me read you a little bit of the synopsis so you can know why. David Ash, a talented, skeptical investigator of the supernatural, works for the Psychical Research Institute in London. He is a troubled but driven man. It is this very obsession that leads him to a house called Edbrook and to a terrifying confrontation with his own buried past. Peculiar things happen at Edbrook, the Merrill family residence. Robert, Simon, and Christina Merrill are the surviving heirs of this once noble family. They believe their home is haunted and challenge Ash to prove otherwise. Ash moves into the mansion and struggles to maintain his pragmatic perspective, but even he cannot explain the shockingly real vision of a familiar, pale girl whose irresistible embrace pulls Ash beneath the weeds of the garden pond and nearly traps him there forever. So, once again, there's a theme. We have someone going into a haunted house, or maybe haunted house, to prove if it's haunted or not. Clearly, that's my thing. I'm just realizing that just now. But hopefully I won't get burnt out from that after all these books. And again, hopefully one of these will be a favorite or scare me, creep me out, something. That's all I want. I just want it to be spooky and creepy. That's it. So we'll see. And then finally, I have a palate cleanser because I cannot do all horror all month. I can't do it. I don't know how you guys do it to do it. Bless your hearts, but I cannot. And this is a book by an author who I enjoyed. I read a book from her in the month of December. And so I was looking for, she has so many other books that I want to check out. This one kind of fits the theme though. It's not haunted house, but it has to do with like stuff going on in a house. And that is A Stranger in the House by Shari LaPena. Sorry if I'm saying the name wrong. Somebody let me know, please, in the comments if you know. But yeah, this is a thriller mystery. So I had to throw one in. I can't get through a month without my thrillers, my mysteries. I need them. But let's hear some of the synopsis. You're home making dinner for your husband. You expect him any second. The phone rings. It's the call you hoped you'd never get. You jump in your car and race to a neighborhood you thought you'd never visit. You peer into the dark, deserted building and brace yourself for the worst. After that, you remember nothing. They tell your husband you've been in an accident. You lost control of your car as you sped through the roughest part of town. The police suspect you were up to no good, but your husband refuses to believe it. He thinks he knows you better than anyone else. Your best friend is not so sure, and even you don't know what to believe. So, this is interesting. Yeah, I love a psychological thriller. You should already know. When, I'm hoping this is from the main character's perspective. I don't remember, but when the main character doesn't know what to believe and we don't know as the reader, so I can't wait to find out what is going on with this woman. I'm going to get to this one this month because I got to find out. And I enjoyed Shari LaPena's writing in An Unwanted Guest I read in December. That was a whodunit mystery book. So I really enjoyed that. So I was like, I'm going to check out another one of her books. And hopefully I won't be disappointed. But yes, so those are all the books I plan to read in the rest of this month of March. I've already had a week get away from me, but I'm going to get to these. We're going to catch up. So yes, here we are. And stay tuned. Hopefully I will have some reviews on some of these books and you'll find out what I have to say. And if not, you will find out in my wrap up. But that is what we have. And I hope you enjoyed this video. And maybe you'll want to check out some of these books. Yes, so until my next video, cuddle up. Stay cozy in your hideaway with a good book. Unplug as much as possible, especially from news. And stay out of trouble. Take care of yourself. I will see you in the next video. Bye.